Greetings, grasshoppers. Your email is organized and you only have a few more steps to becoming an email ninja. Have you ever checked your mailbox and found that you received mail that you didn't request or even want? A business or person may have your address and send you things whether you wanted it or not. There are lots of different types of emails. And just like the postal mail, there are some emails you will need and some you don't. Some people will even try to use email as a way to do bad things. It's important to be able to tell the difference between what is important and what is not. Let's take a look at different types of emails.
Greetings, my little grasshoppers. Congratulations on completing step number 2. You are that much closer to becoming an email ninja. Today, what we're going to talk about are the different types of emails that you might be getting and what to do with them. So let's take a look at what these email addresses might look like. If you get an email and the address has a .com at the end of it, it might be from a commercial for-profit website. But if you look at my email address, it ends in a .com. I'm not a business or anything like that. A lot of people have Gmail accounts or Google email, and it'll end in a .com. So even though it says commercial for-profit websites, that could be Google, which is just that, and people might have their email through them. So it doesn't mean they're a business, that's just where it's from. A .net is from a network-related domain. A .org would be a nonprofit organization. .edu would be an educational institution. .gov is any U.S. government entities, and .mil would be the U.S. military. So those are some different naming conventions that you might see with email addresses that you get, and that's the difference that you have there. So some of the email that you get will be really nice, and some of it will be bad, and we call this phishing. And what phishing is, and you'll see it's spelled kind of funny with P-H-I-S-H instead of F-I-S-H. And with phishing, what people try to do is they try to get confidential information from you. You'll see that this is an example. This was at Indiana University, and it was a fake email that was sent out trying to get people to update their email account by sending in their username, password, or date of birth. And you see here it says failure to do this will immediately render all your email addresses deactivated. So when somebody gets something like that, they get nervous and they get scared, and they respond and they send confidential information out. You should never give out your password. You should never give out your social security number or any confidential personal information. So if somebody is asking for that, you can know that that's a bad email. That's an example of a phishing scam. Another scam email is similar to this. You can see it says, "Dear beloved friend," and this is somebody you've probably never heard of. In this case, it's from a country in Africa, and they're asking for money. And if you send them money, then they say that they're going to give you 20% of $4.2 million for helping out. Now you can know that you would never get that money if you did this. This is a scam. Nobody just sends out emails and gives you money, especially 20% of 4.2 million, which is, they're just not going to do that. So if somebody's asking for money and you don't know who they are, just know that it's a scam. Nobody's going to give you free money. So those are some examples of phishing and scam emails that you might see. We took a look at some different email addresses, but one thing that I want to look at now are what to do with things in your email inboxes and kind of how to handle that. So if we go back and let's take a look at some of the things that I have saved here. So I've got this email from Groupon, And this might be something that I like looking at, getting different ads here. Maybe I want to unsubscribe from this, but it's not something that I need. It's probably not something that I'm going to keep, so I'm just going to delete it. I can do the same here with this KSL deals. I'm getting sent different deals here. I may or may not want this, but this is another thing that I can just delete. I don't need to keep it. Now, this one right here says your password changed. And they're just sending me a notification saying, hey, your password changed. If you didn't know that, then please let us know. This probably isn't something that I need to keep either, so I can just delete that. This other one is a new sign-in from Chrome on Windows. Again, this is something letting me know that, hey, someone signed in on your account from a different device. Now, it was me, and I know that, so it's not something I need to keep. But if I got this and I hadn't done that, then I could respond and let them know, hey, that wasn't me that did that. So again, I'm kind of cleaning some things up here, things that I don't need anymore. Now this one says, welcome to your new Google account. Now this might be one that I really want to keep. And so I can, remember, I can put that as important. I can start if I want, but I'm going to keep this one. This other one is from Adobe, and it was the first email I got there, and that might be one that I want to keep as well. Maybe I can mark that important. But not everything that I look at are things that I necessarily need to keep. Some email you get is going to be things that you just don't really have to reply to, and it's not that important. And so you have to determine what it is. If we go back to our Ninja emails, these were all important ones. These are ones that I want to keep, and so I starred them. I marked them as important. These are ones that I feel that I want to have. So you want to file away the emails that you think are important and get rid of the ones that aren't as important to you. Make sure you're not being asked to do something that by giving confidential information away in a fake email. You need to be careful of that. So your assignment for today is going to be to forward us an email. And so the way that I do that is if I go, let's go to this Groupon one, and I have these options here, and you can see here I can forward. So you're going to forward this to our email ninja16@gmail.com, and you're just going to write a little note, and you would say, because this is a Groupon, you could say this is not important. And then all you have to do is hit send. And then what we want you to do, so we want you to send us an example of one that's not important and one that is important. So I can go here to this one we talked about. Again, I'm going to go to this drop down. I'm going to go to forward. So when we forward something, we're sending the original email to whoever we're sending it to. And on this one, I'm going to write important. And then I just hit send. And now these are sent off. So again, your assignment, give an example of an important email and a non-important email, and then just forward it to the Email Ninja account. Well, good luck, and we will see you in the next video with your final installment of you becoming an Email Ninja.